Hello, my sweet people. How have you been? Well, it's another day and I'm here with another video. Now, instead of doing a proper intro, I am out and I'm doing this voiceover because I am hungry. You guys don't know this, but it's like a tradition now that every time I step out to vlog, first I come here to grab a bite. Mostly I eat their thukpa with momos or shafale and then I go out vlogging. Their food never disappoint. This quaint little Chinese place is very close to where I live and it is my happy place. Now, back to today's vlog. The other day, I was browsing on the internet when I stumbled upon an article that said the legendary poet Mirza Ghalib came down to Kolkata during the British reign in India and stayed for 1.5 years before he went back to Delhi. I was very intrigued and I immediately started looking for existing landmarks that can trace back to Ghalib's footprints. And even though there aren't that many, there are definitely a few. Times of India published an article in 2017 on Mirza Ghalib's 220th birth anniversary with pictures of an old red building and green staircase where Ghalib lived, and I decided to pay a little visit. Also, just a side note, if you guys have seen the 1954 movie Mirza Ghalib by Gulzar starring Nasiruddin, then you probably already knew the fact that Ghalib came down to Kolkata. But I haven't. I didn't even know such a brilliant movie existed. Sorry if I sound like a millennial because I am. But I definitely will check it out now. Anyways, we are going towards Hedua today. Hedua in North Kolkata is well known for colleges like Scottish Church and Bethune. Many eminent personalities from different walks of life lived or still live here. It is also known for its temples and iconic Durga pandals during Durga Puja. But today, we are solely here for Ghalib. The reason why Mirza Asadullah Beg Khan, which is his real name, came to Kolkata had nothing to do with his writings, but to appeal to the government of East India Company to restore a pension which his family was receiving. I found an article by Shubhadeep Mukherjee called When Mirza Ghalib Came to Kolkata, and it's so brilliant and so well researched. Make sure to check it out. I'm going to refer heavily to that. I'll leave its link down below. So Mirza Ghalib had previously tried in vain to appeal his case in Delhi, Firozpur, Bharatpur, Kanpur and Lucknow, and finally in June 1827 he decided to travel to the capital of undivided India, Kolkata, where he wanted to appeal directly. After traveling for 1.5 years, Ghalib finally reached Kolkata on February 20th, 1828. This pension was very important for Ghalib and he gave up his writing pen because he needed the money to travel to Kolkata. Ghalib was a prolific letter writer and during his stay in the city, he had written several letters to his friends. In these letters, he would describe his surroundings accompanied with poetry. Keywords such as Shimla Bazaar, Gol Talab, Cheetpur Bazaar can be picked up. Going back to the map of old Kolkata, we can clearly see an area depicted as Shimla Bazaar. Shimla Bazaar does not exist now and only a street which is named Shimla Bazaar can be found. Gol Talab is now known as Hedua Park or Azad Hind Bagh. As per the old maps of the city, Shimla Bazaar can be seen occupying the place where the present day Christ Church is located, diagonally opposite to Gol Talab. A detailed research about the house where Ghalib stayed during his trip to Kolkata was done by Ghalib experts such as Malik Ram, Professor M. Nasir Ali, Shakil Afroz, and others. In his letters, Ghalib mentioned a water well within the compound of the house. This detail was traced on the records of the locality and it narrowed down to house number 133 on Bethune Row. The Times of India article further confirmed it. The well in the compound of the house was closed off in 1935. The current owners of the building have no knowledge about Mirza Ghalib's stay in the house. They raised concerns saying reporters keep misinterpreting it as his house. They said, "This is not Mirza Ghalib's house, this is our house." I requested if I could take a few shots, and here you go. The thing is, all the buildings in the area were built during the British Raj and are preserved very well here. You don't really need to visit this particular house to get an idea of the architecture of the time, because honestly all the old red buildings look pretty much the same. You can walk down any street here and you will be transported to Ghalib's neighborhood that inspired his poetry while he was here. When I was leaving the place, their family servant whispered to me, "They don't know who Mirza Ghalib is," which I found really funny. I'm inside.
कलकत्ते का जो जिक्र किया तूने हमनशी, एक तीर मेरे सीने में मारा कि हाय हाय। वो सब्जाजार हाय मुतर्रा के है गजब, वो नाज़नी बुताने खुदारा के हाय हाय। सब्र आजमा वो उनकी निगाहें के हफ नजर, ताकत रुबा वो उनका इशारा के हाय हाय।
Apart from his place of residence, Ghalib also visited the Dargah of Hazrat Maula Ali Shah, which can be easily traced to the Maula Ali Dargah, and also to a mosque at Kathal Bagan. Ghalib also visited Calcutta Madrasa College during his stay in the city, where there used to be regular poetry sessions or mushairas. Ghalib participated in these and was initially appreciated, but slowly Ghalib started getting into arguments with other poets, specifically Mirza Khatib. The objection was his use of Persian language. This disturbed Ghalib and slowly he stopped visiting these mushairas. However, this period also saw him write collections such as Gule Rehna, a selection of his Urdu and Persian poetry for his friend Maulvi Sirajuddin Ahmed, and it can truly be called an inspiration of the city of Calcutta.
तुम्हारे चाय बनाने का ले रहा है, ठीक है, क्योंकि बहुत बढ़िया चाय बना रहा है। ये ऐसे कहीं पे नहीं देंगे, थोड़ा सा बस YouTube पे देंगे।
Unable to find a resolution to his pension dispute, Ghalib left Calcutta in August 1829 and after traveling for a couple of months finally reached Delhi, where he continued to live until his death. reached Dharmutala, and now I'm walking towards the market to go to Mirza Ghalib street to see if I can find anything there. But before, I have to step inside Nahum's. If you haven't checked out my last video on New Market, then please do. I talk about the history of Nahum's quite extensively there. But after my visit, I read up that the owners preserved the inside of the shop exactly how it was since 1902. The ceilings are from Italy and the showcases came from Belgium. So I thought I'll quickly stop by and observe. Also for the baked goods, da. Here are my top picks. One must eat from Nahum's and Sons. The savories, all of it. Black forest cake. They keep it in the freezer so you won't see it in the counter. Just ask for it. Lemon tarts for sure. The cakes, all kinds of cakes. The biscuits, the candies, the breads. Now here's what I need to warn you about. Jewish desserts are different from other desserts. It's delicious because it's rustic and unconventional. The sugar icing might feel a little granulated, and so is the chocolate fudge, but it's supposed to be that way. So it's futile to look for traces of Ghalib in Mirza Ghalib Road. The street was decked up once with graphics of his portraits and poetry on his 220th birth anniversary in 2017. You know what that means? Next year it's going to be his 225th birthday. Maybe we can expect something like that again. You can check out the linked article to find more pictures and information. As of now, there is nothing on this street. And that's all I have for you today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe.
ये बंगाल भी कमाल की जगह है साहब। बंगाली 100 साल पीछे भी जीते हैं और 100 साल आगे भी। और कलकत्ते जैसा शहर तो तख्ता-ए-ज़मीन पे नहीं।